Bitcoin has dropped down to 88,600. Is there still more downside, or is the relief rally finally coming? Let's find out. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 6:10 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 91,250. So we've gotten a good bounce since we dropped down earlier to 88,000. Now, starting off here with the weekly chart, if we zoom into the Stochastics RSI, we see that we already are kind of bottoming down. We came down to zero pretty much on the Stochastics. I'm starting to see some type of a curve, but honestly, this could still take us a couple of weeks here. I feel like maybe on the 2-week chart here, this closes in 4 days as well. The Stochastics are still on the way down. I feel like the week is going to drag until the 2-week finally starts rolling up, and maybe everything starts rolling up together, and then we get a bigger move up. That's what I'm speculating at the moment. We head over to the other time frames. We still see that we're dragging here on the Stochastics. Everything's low. On the 2-day chart, we're still below the 200 moving average. We're still dragging here on the Stochastics RSI. On the daily chart, we got that death cross here. We're still pretty far away from the 21 moving average. It has dropped down. The other day it was at 103k. Now it's at 101,598. We fell down. We're starting to wick back up here. I feel like maybe we're not going to get that relief rally until the 21 moving average actually gets below 100k. For some reason, I don't think they're gonna want us to get back above 100k. This is just speculation. Let's see what ends up happening. This has been dragging here for a while. It looks like we might still continue just going sideways here as this 21 moving average comes down. I'm hoping for a move up, but we're just not getting it. Every day we just keep on going lower. On the 22-hour chart, this might save us here. Let's see if it doesn't roll over, but we're getting some bullish divergence here on the Stochastics RSI. On the RSI, we also have some bullish divergence, and it looks like we could make it up. Let's see what ends up happening. But to me, it doesn't really matter if we go up unless we could break this 21 moving average, and especially this 200 moving average. On the 8-hour chart, we're already starting to get a little toppy here. The RSI is pointing up, but we still haven't moved above the 21 moving average, so it's still lackluster to me. Any pumps that we might be getting here, the 4-hour was rolling over. Now it looks like we're starting to go back up, but we're still below this 21 moving average. So this is really insignificant for me. Yesterday, we got a little relief rally where we got close to 94k, and then today we dropped down to 98k. So the other day we were at 98, we dropped down. Then we got up to 94, pretty much, we dropped down, and we just dropped down to 88. We just bounced up to 91. It looks like each time is a lower low. They're not really letting us get above high numbers here. So I feel like we're probably just going to continue coming down. On the 1-hour time frame here, the Stochastics are getting to the top here. We just crossed the 21 moving average. Let's see what ends up happening. This 50 moving average has been resistance for a while now. We haven't been able to really get above this 50 moving average. So let's see what happens with that. And on the 15-minute chart, the Stochastics are getting toppy. We did cross the 50 here, but look, we got rejected off this 200 moving average. That's a 91,442. It looks like we could probably roll up one more time, possibly get up above the 200 moving average, but we've been struggling here as well. We've been stifled. Every time we try to touch this 200 moving average, we haven't been able to break it. I can't even see when was the last time that we really got above this 200 moving average. As you can see, it's been a very long time. This whole month, pretty much, we've been below this 200 moving average. Anytime we get above it, we fall right back down. So unless we could really get above this 200 moving average on the 15-minute chart with a lot of strength, I can't even consider that happening, obviously, in the higher time frame. So right now, guys, I am still bearish. I do feel like we might be seeing more downside here on the weekly chart. We got below the 80 moving average, which was at 89,923. We got above it now with a wick, but something's telling me like this does want to get down to this 100 moving average at 83,277. So unless we could get above 95k with strength, I see us possibly coming down to test this 100 moving average on the weekly time frame. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.